Hi there, so sorry it's been quite a while since I've done a video. Things have been a bit busy and I've actually been doing a lot of trying out products, so I haven't actually been able to do a video because I haven't tried them out for long enough. But I have a bunch of videos planned up, well, a couple anyway, which I'm pretty excited about. And I thought I'd start off with a bunch of Arbonne stuff that I got earlier on this week. They were given to me to try out, so I'll say that in advance. But of course, as usual, all opinions are of my own and they're not influenced at all by the fact that they were given to me to try out. So I was given quite a couple of things, quite a lot, and all face products, so it's been quite fun to try them out and things like that. I got given the Beautiful Glow set. I've just taken this out of, which is by Arbonne, but I couldn't find it on the website, so I don't know whether it's not out yet. I don't know, but yeah, it's the Beautiful Glow set, in which you get the makeup primer. I think you get the full size of everything. The makeup primer, the translucent loose setting powder, one sheer glow highlighter and a blush in the shade Blossom. But she didn't give me she took the makeup primer out of that and instead replaced it with the Arbonne Triple Action Mascara, which has just been released. So she gave me that to try out and a couple of wands so that I could play around with that. So yeah, that's all that. Oh, and she also gave me some discontinued things too to try out. So I feel a bit mean reviewing them, but I thought, what the heck, I'll review them anyway. So I've got the No Sun Intended Bronzing Powder by Arbonne, and they've redone their brushes, but I don't know if they've just changed the handles from green to black. But this is the Arbonne. Apparently it's the blush brush, but I'll go on to that later. Actually no, I'm going to start off with the discontinued. So this is the No Sun Intended Bronzing Powder by Arbonne. I'm actually wearing pretty much all of the Arbonne products, or will be in a second. I'll be applying the mascara later in the video. But apart from that, my blush, my bronzer and the sheer glow highlighter and the translucent, I'm wearing all of that. So I apologise if it looks a bit bam in your face. I tried, oh yeah, anyway, onto this. So this is what it looks like. It's got a really nice mirror with it, which I really like. It's really big. Unfortunately, as it is discontinued, but I believe it might be the same, it's just not as big, and I don't think it has that cool a mirror in it. I don't know why it's probably not very helpful. But anyway, here's a swatch. So it is quite pigmented, quite dark, but when you blend it out onto the skin it kind of mutes down a bit. However, if you have fair skin, you do have to be careful with this. It is very unforgiving. It's best to apply it as lightly as possible, and then if necessary build it up. Don't swirl the brush in there and just apply it. Make sure you tap off as much excess as possible. Otherwise, this is a perfect bronzer. It's not too shimmery, and it just gives you a nice healthy glow as long as you don't overdo it. So I like that, but unfortunately it is discontinued. And onto the other product that is discontinued, the brush. Apparently this is a blush brush, but I feel it is more of a powder, like a full brush. 1 second. Sorry, I'm back again. I just decided to pick up a couple of my other brushes to kind of show you. Just picked up some random ones to show you what kind of the size comparison. Okay, so these are some blush brushes. This one is the Eco Tools blush brush, but I find this is more useful to buff blush or bronzer in if I've accidentally done it too much, like applied it too heavily. This is a brilliant tool for that because it's so dense and thick that it just really helps with that. So that's the UK Tools blush brush, and I shall compare that in size with that. I mean, that's a huge difference. So I think this is more of, I don't know if this is actually the powder brush. If so, then this is utterly pointless in comparing them. But apparently this is the blush brush. And I couldn't check because it's not up on the website. And then this is another random that I got free. But it's actually really good. From a magazine. Again, tiny. Whereas if I compare it to my Sigma F50, I mean, they're pretty much the same in comparison of size. So that was just a bit of a comparison. Yeah, in terms of application, I was told to use it with their blush that's been repackaged and everything in the shade Blossom, which is a beautiful colour. I think, I don't know because I don't own it, but it reminds me of Benefit's Bella Bamba. I don't know if it's as shiny as it is. Slightly, it's not as glittery. I won't put it there because that's a really stupid place. I'm wearing it, sorry, that's really heavily applied. I kind of went a bit crazy with it earlier on today. Because sometimes the camera doesn't always pick it up as well. So I thought I would just pack it on. But yes, I'm wearing it at the moment and it's really pretty. If you put it on lightly, otherwise it can be a little bit China dollish. But I really like that. That is £19 for 4.5 grams, whereas the Benefit Bella Bamba is 8 grams and it costs £23.50. So economically, the Benefit Bella Bamba, although a bit more, would probably last longer. But I prefer the packaging of this than the Benefit. I think they're really cute, the boxes, but they're not always practical. The problem was that because I was told to use this brush with this, I'd swirl it around and I just really struggled because because the brush is so big, it meant you had to be really precise so why use one of these when you can just use one of these and apply it so much easier? That's just what I struggled with. So I had to be very careful, and plus with this, it's a lot easier. It picks up quite a bit more. So again, you have to make sure you're not powdering it all on. So I do like this. I really like the colour, but it's kind of encouraging me to check out Benefit Bella Bamba. But whatever, I would still recommend that. It's still really good and very handy because it's small enough that you can just chuck it in a makeup bag and go. And you don't have to worry about the lid coming off and it going everywhere. Next up is, I will do the Sheer Glow highlighter. This costs £30 for 30 millilitres, so it is extremely pricey. Let me get it out of the packet. So that's what it looks like, just a simple tube. It looks pretty sleek in my opinion. I have got this, I've put this on as a slight base, so I just put it on my cheekbones here, just for the hell of it, a bit above my eyebrows and under my eyebrows, for just because you can use it before or after. I've used it after and it hasn't really worked very well as a highlighter, and so I thought I'd try it underneath my makeup, so I just applied it to a bare face after applying moisturiser and that lot. So I'll do a swatch and I will show you what it looks like. Bear in mind this is a Sheer Glow highlighter, so there we go. It's quite pink, or it has some form of colour. Let me rub that in a bit, so again you can still see the pink. Let's rub it completely in. There we go. Can you see anything? There is the slightest glow on there, and it doesn't have enough glow in it. And for £30 you would expect it to really work, and unfortunately I don't know if that's because my skin is so fair that I need like a pretty much a white. Maybe on darker skin tones this would work really well because of the colour, but for me it just didn't work, so I wasn't really that impressed with that. And that was actually the one that I was really excited about because I love highlighters.